This is not financial advice. It's not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only, and everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff, so you get the videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see how I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell you, every day the data released us is false. It's meant to give us a false narrative to the market, messes us psychologically, so we can stay off balance and they can take advantage of us. Anyway, here's the thing. The Department of Justice, the DOJ, has released new procedures when dealing with these white-collar crime executives, and they should be very, very concerned. Before, they would have these non-prosecution agreements. They would look at it just, of course, as doing business. They could pay a fine and not plead guilty. The executives were kind of immune to prosecution. Even if the company was prosecuted, the executives who actually committed the crimes, nothing happened to them, either monetarily, either criminally. But based on what's been released on CNBC, it says DOJ is changing the way it prosecutes companies, and it could put more executives in jail. And here are the key points. The DOJ is changing the incentive structure for companies negotiating with the government over cases of corporate wrongdoing, according to a senior department official. The government will give credit to companies that come forward with information and names of individual executives involved in criminal activity. The department also said it will make it much more difficult for companies to get successive non-prosecution agreements. Now, this is my interpretation of what this means. If you had a non-prosecution agreement before and you just paid a fine, they're going to keep track of that now. So you can't just be breaking the law and getting non-prosecution agreements and getting just minor fines for your criminal behavior. They're about to nip that in the bud. And the fact that they want the corporations to actually give up the executives that committed the felonies, that committed the crimes, I think that's really big. Because now, when an executive sits down and considers breaking the law, before he would think, what are the consequences of me breaking this law? The consequences are a fine to the company, maybe a slap on the wrist, maybe a 30-day suspension, a vacation to Greece or Monaco or something like that. But now, based on these new guidelines, these new regulations, these executives who are breaking the law could end up in handcuffs. They could end up in jail. They could end up, as we used to say in law enforcement, on the count. So I believe if these rules are really going to be implemented, I believe it's going to have a really big deterrent factor on the criminal activities by the hedges and their co-conspirators and everybody else who commits crimes to rob retail investors and pension funds. Because we all know that the retail investors and the pension funds are the ones that feel the blunt of the bad behavior by the hedges and their co-conspirators. And the fact that they won't be able to get away with just paying fines, but the fact that they won't be able to get away with just saying, oh, it's a cost of doing business, because there's a risk of real jail time on the table, a lot of these executives, a lot of these bad actors are going to think twice before they break the law. Based on the article, based on what I read, the person in charge of the DOJ is going to be announcing these new changes on Thursday at a press conference. So hopefully by next Thursday, this will be the law of the land. Hopefully by next Thursday, a lot of these executives reduce the amount of criminal activity that they're doing. But the ones who are already engaged in that criminal activity, the ones who are currently under investigation, This has to have them really, really spooked. That no matter what they do, no matter how much money they have, they now risk going to jail like common criminals for breaking our laws. Anyway, please leave some comments and tell me what you think about the DOJ changing their guidelines to really go after the people who are breaking our financial laws. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me. God bless.